everyone, today I thought I would film a video on crease colours because crease colours are something that I didn't used to wear, and then all of a sudden it just seemed to be really popular, and I'm sure it's always been done, but I don't think it was ever as popular as it has become recently. So I thought I was going to try and do a top 10, but it was too complicated, so I ended up with 22. So I'm going to try and be quite quick about showing them to you. But I really find that they work really well, and there's some cools and some warms and some really quite different ones. So I just thought I'd give you quite a varied amount of them. Now I've got quite a few that are in palettes to show you, but I do have some ones that you can purchase singly, and with the Urban Decay ones I'm pretty sure that a couple of the ones I'm about to show you can be purchased in single format as well. So yeah, enough of the rambling, let's get on with it. So the first ones I'm actually going to start with are from Urban Decay palettes. And I don't have many single shadows from Urban Decay as it happens, especially not in this kind of colour. The singles that I do have are mostly like blues and greens and purples and that kind of colour. But the natural ones are in palette format. And the first one is actually from Naked. The first one I'm going to talk about is Book. Now Book is a really nice crease colour. That one is Book. This is sort of a stronger crease colour, and it is warm. It does have those warm undertones. So some colours are, I guess, a little less obvious when you put them on. And I'm really excited about the new smoky one because it's got some greys in, and I quite like the idea of greys in the crease. I don't have like a light enough grey to do that at present, so I'm quite excited for the smoky to come out. But I do like that one because it is warm, but it's not too dark. And I do quite like that warmer colour occasionally, depending on what you're putting it with. Moving on to Naked 2. Naked 2 is my favourite of all of the Naked palettes. I love cool tone shadows, so this one is just gorgeous. So in Naked 2, my favourite crease colour is Tease. And of course these are cool tone to this palette, which works really well for me because I like cool tones preferably. And that one is Tease. So it's a really nice cool sort of taupe colour. Moving on to Naked 3, you've got two in here that are really quite warm. Limit and Nuna. So this one is Limit and this one is Nuna. You can see that they're really quite warm. I actually like mixing those two together in the crease, and I do that quite a lot. The next colour is from Vice 2. Love this palette. But Rewind is a great crease colour out of this palette, and that one is Rewind. Now as you can see, that is darker, and it is a darker brown, and it definitely is more cool toned, and I really like this if you're doing something a little more dramatic. Moving on to the Vice 3, this is an amazing palette, I must say. I use this loads, and I do use the colour strips, which is really quite handy. But in this one I love Downfall and DTF. These ones are just amazing crease colours. Downfall is that lovely sort of very warm colour, and then DTF, more mauvey toned I guess. Badly swatched there, but that is Downfall, which is that lovely more orangey tone, and then DTF. Oh, I just love DTF for something a little bit more dramatic, which I'd probably pair with something like this that I'm wearing today, just because it's that hint darker. It's got a nice ashy sort of mauvey cool tone to it, and I really like that in a crease colour. The next colour is actually from the Pulp Fiction, which is limited edition, and I don't think they sell this one individually, but this one's called Tyranny. I think you can still get this palette at present, and I think they were selling them quite cheap. But Tyranny is lovely. Again, this one's quite warm. To be honest, although I love cool tone colours, I am quite into warm colours in the crease. This is such a pretty crease colour. To be honest, if you can get your hands on this palette, this is such an amazing palette. It's like having a mini Naked, and it's lovely. You've got your shimmery highlight colour, you've got a lovely black to do lining with, and then you've got your crease colour, your outer eye corner colour, and then your lid colour, and I just love this palette. I reach for it quite a lot. And then the last of Urban Decay is actually from the Urban Decay Theodora palette, and this one is called Beware. And again, you're seeing a theme here. This is another one that is really quite warm. I love this palette. Again, I reach for this palette quite a lot as well, and that one is Beware. Really pigmented, this one. I think it's got that warm orange, more orangey sort of tone to it, but it's darker than all of the other ones. It's really nice. So those are the Urban Decay ones. And then I've got one Colourpop one to show you, which This colour is amazing. I hope they never stop doing this one. But this one's called Bill. As you can see, yes, it gets much love, but this one is so pretty. It's kind of purpley, to be fair. When you look at it, it looks like it could be a taupe, but when I get it on my skin tone, it definitely comes up more as a mauve, which is gorgeous. I had this on a mid-crease last night with this look actually, and I really like how it looks, and these apply so well and just last. I mean, I came home and, you know, these colours were still on my eyes. Just fantastic. So moving on to Too Faced, I've got the Chocolate Bar palette and the Semi-Sweet palette. The Chocolate Bar palette is the original, which is the thicker one, which I actually really like, because once this is done with, I'm going to empty that out and use it as a pencil case, which is better than the thin one. You'll be able to get more in this one. They smell so amazing. Now this palette is just an obsession. I think you can see there's dint in a lot of things, and I really, really love the colours in this. For this one, I love Milk Chocolate and Solid Caramel. Solid Caramel is actually the first colour that I got into for crease work that was warm. Before this palette, I wasn't actually using warm colours in the crease, so this is the one that kind of got me into that. So there you have Milk Chocolate and Solid Caramel. Solid Caramel is so pretty. I really do love that one in the crease. So that's that one, and then in the Semi-Sweet one, it's actually something quite similar, which is Peanut Butter. It's my favourite crease colour out of here. I mean, there are other ones in here that I really do like using. I also like Truffled in this palette, and I like Mousse in this palette too, because they're nice colours. They're different sort of crease colours. But I'm going to swatch Peanut Butter for you, and I'm going to put that one next to Salted Caramel, because although it's similar, this one definitely has more orange to it rather than peach. So here we have Peanut Butter, and as you can see, there it is next to Salted Caramel. It is different. It is more orange. Then that one is Truffled, which, like I said, that one's a darker, more cool toned, and then that one's Mousse at the bottom, which is definitely lighter. Now I'm going to show you it in the Creme de Couture palette, but you can actually buy this individually, and it's called Passion Fruit, and it's really, really pretty, this one. And that's that one there, which is definitely sort of a dusty coral kind of colour, which again is something that a little bit different. And then the last shades are all MAC shades. Now there's not a huge amount of them here to show you, but I want to talk about a couple of like limited edition ones first. And the first one I'm going to talk about, and I'm not entirely sure, there's a lot of debate about what this colour is, but I think, I don't know, it could be Copperplate, I'm not entirely sure. But it's from the MAC Smoked Cocoa Rihanna Quad, and I just love this colour in the crease here. This is a really nice palette. A lot of people were like, oh, it's not very good, but that's what it looks like. It's just a really, really nice quad. I really, really like that, and I'm really glad I got it, because, like I said, a lot of people at the time were kind of saying it wasn't very good, but I really like it, so I'm very pleased with it. So the other two limited edition ones from MAC, the first one is in the Julia Petite little duo here, and this one is called MUMU. I don't know, it's something, it is warm, but it's something a little bit different. Kind of camel coloured, and that is that one there. And then the other one that I like, which I don't know the name of because it's in one of these little double features, I like this one here, because this one definitely leans more mustard. These two are actually stunning together, with this one in the crease and the other one on the lid. That's that one there. You can see I like that in the lid and then that in the crease, and they work really well together. And it's funny because with crease colours, sometimes you would think that with putting like a colour on your lid that something like that might not work with it, but it actually will work with it. Sometimes you've just got to experiment. Just swatch them on your hand, swatch your crease colour, and then swatch a bunch of colours together with it, what kind of colours you're thinking of, and just see which one works best together. A crease essentially, the crease colour essentially is all about creating a shadow in that little part of your eye there, which is like the eye bone. And it's just about creating a shadow, but as much as it is creating a shadow, for some people it's more just about having a colour to work into, so that the colours on their lid have something to blend into, and it just creates a nice sort of fused out line. So for me that's what it is. It's not something that I'm trying to define anything here, because I feel like I've got defined eyeballs or eye sockets, but it's just something that I like my other colours to kind of settle into, because I really just like that harsh line where sometimes people put on eyeshadow and they just put it on and then there's just this harsh straight line where it ends. I like it to look a little bit more fused out and blended out, so it's kind of like just washing away as it moves out. Moving on, I've got some permanent shades to show you. So the first one I'm going to share with you is actually in the Cool Noodles palette. This palette is amazing. It's super pigmented and the colours are beautiful. And the one that I've actually got this one on today, and it is Blackberry. And this also appears in the Rocky Horror palette, which I absolutely love that. But this is just a really nice colour. Now this is a definite purple colour, but I think that it's really quite nice, and it's very cool, and it's not so purple that it's in your face, if you know what I mean. So you can see it's purple, but it's not super bright, so it's just a really, really pretty colour. So the first one I'm going to talk about is QUARRY. I know a lot of people absolutely love QUARRY. This is just a gorgeous crease colour. I find it works really well for my pale skin. If you don't want something that's like going to be too dark, but it's got nice mauvey sort of taupe cool tone to it, this is the one for you. I use QUARRY a lot, and the next one I'm going to show you is quite cool toned as well, and these are probably my favourite crease colours of all time. And the other one is COPPERPLATE, and I've actually got that in one of my ×9 recently, which is quite good because I would need to carry this because I just love COPPERPLATE. COPPERPLATE is a very cool toned taupe colour. Another shade, however, that I really do like, that's that one there. These two are just my favourite all-time crease colours because I feel like QUARRY has that little bit of dusty mauve to it that I really like, and then COPPERPLATE has that dusty grey colour, because those are probably my favourite sort of crease colours because I really like cool tone colours. So those are the ones I probably reach for the most, and I really recommend them if you do like your cool tone colours. Another crease colour that I feel is quite nice, and it's actually a permanent line, but I'm going to just show you in this one because it's easier, but it's CORK. Now CORK is more of a warm sort of crease colour, so that one is CORK. As you can see, that is more of a warm one, so that's my favourite warm sort of crease colour from MAC. And that is it, really. I do use other colours in the crease, like I will use, it depends. If I'm using, like I'm doing a dark eye, then I'll use blacks and greens and purples, and I really like sugar pill colours. If I'm going to do like a black eye and then I want to put a hint of colour smoked on the edge, then I love my sugar pill for that lovely hint of colour, because they're so pigmented and they've just got amazing colours, like really things that are quite different. So that's it, guys. Just thought I would show you the ones that I feel work best on my pale skin and with the colours that I like wearing. I do wear some warm eyeshadows. I do feel like I've branched out a bit, but I do lean more towards cool shadows. I just think they look better on my skin tone. And the brushes that I really prefer using, I thought I would just quickly show you those. I love this brush from Neve Cosmetics. This one is called the Teal Blending Brush, and I love that to diffuse out in the crease. I actually used that with QUARRY today that went underneath Blackberry. And then I've got 3 Sigma brushes that I absolutely love to use for crease work. I have an E37, which is an all over blend. As you can see, this one's really very dense. And this one's really nice if you really want to really airbrush that crease out. So if I use a dark colour in my crease and I'm kind of using it more on the outer part and then kind of blending it across, then I will use this first, and then I'll go in with other colours or with the same colour on a smaller brush just to get a little bit more detail. But I just find that this gives that really nice blend, and then I don't end up with harsh lines and I don't end up with like too much heavy pigmentation. The other one that I just find is totally amazing, and I use this so much, and it is the E36. Now I can't remember whether this was in a kit, because I think it might have been in the the Perfecting Eyes kit or something like that, but it is a very small blending brush. And what I love for this is that sometimes I'll do a colour all through the crease, and then I want to put a little bit of a darker colour in the corner and blend that in just on the outer part underneath the colour. So this kind of just gets those darker colours that you want to put in your crease, and you might want to put it in under another colour, and it just gives you more definition and just, you know, more pinpoint accuracy. So this one's fantastic for that. And then the last one is the E25 blending brush, which is just, it's nice and kind of, it's got a much wider sort of range, as you can see. This one's just really nice to do a general sort of crease on, where I want to put quite a nice amount of colour in the crease, where I'm not going too small and defined. Sometimes I will use this one first to get the heavy amount of colour on and shade it across. Then I'll come with this one and the same colour or a lighter colour and bring it right across the eye. And then I might go in with a darker colour with this one underneath and just darken up the base of the crease down into the eye corner. And those are my favourite brushes to do that. You can use any kind of blending brush, fluffy blending brush like this. I've got some Waver ones that I absolutely love also. I just think that there's just no beating the Sigma brushes. I do think that they are amazing quality. They wash perfectly, and like I said, I've just seen nothing like this little one. They're just really excellent brushes. So that's it for today's video. I hope you've enjoyed it. I will try and do maybe some more types of these videos, but it's just something that I just kind of thought. A lot of people do like favourite lipsticks and things, and I have thought about doing that, and I probably will do that at some point, but I just thought that crease colours is something that not many people do like a feature video on. And if you've got pale skin, you might be thinking, well, you know, I might want to get a crease colour, but what do I want to get for my skin tone? So I just thought it might be quite useful for somebody, and it's just quite nice to see swatches of these colours so that you can make a decision. And like I said, I've tried to include as many sort of things that you can get singly that aren't limited edition as possible in this video. I have shown you a couple of limited edition ones, but I've tried to stick to permanent ones where possible. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe if you have. And I'm going to love and leave you and see you all soon. I hope you're having a great day wherever you are and whatever you're doing. And put on sunscreen. No, that sounded like an order. And I'll see you all soon, guys. Bye.